long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Detroit Lions. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Minnesota Vikings.
Lady!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, with that continuity.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd and 15. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The 2000s. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left. To be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll look to throw here. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This is Johnson. He's got it. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. On 1st and goal, Washington. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. This looks like a free play for Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded inside the 5. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. These two teams all tied after one. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson.
I got you, boy.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Stafford now to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. He'll look to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The quick slant caught, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Back to throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st down, Stafford here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. To throw is Stafford. Got an open man. It's Washington. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6.
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Again, it's Cook. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 5 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On the ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 11. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Stafford delivers this to Hockenson, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Let's go,
Stafford on first down. Screenplay, Johnson. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Stafford. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And Diggs has it. Touchdown, second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They go to Johnson again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Stafford. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on. They just play better and better.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. To the air again. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's go, folks.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Check 52 the mic. Check.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Play is under review.
Stafford's pass complete to James Washington. Touchdown, Detroit.
After
Set, ready? 60 or 6-6, bullet high. Check, let's go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll drop to throw, and he fires one, but incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Stafford. And this is incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen.
Set, lady.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford, complete. It's Johnson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles...
Bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Makes how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm so sad. People at the bank see me Boston. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now he all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big,